All right, let's get started. We're going to talk a little bit about the benefits here at Decker, but first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining me here at Decker Truckline. This is a Q&A that we do every week. I apologize that we weren't here on our other channel yesterday, but we're here to answer some questions for you today. We're, as in myself and Katie here in the background. So if you guys have any questions, please, as always, put it in the chat. Let us know. That way we can answer them as they come in. And of course, if you want more specific details, best thing to do is to put your zip code and probably your experience level so that I'm telling you what's available in that specific area, as well as, you know, what your pay is and everything for your experience level. So fair enough? Sounds like a plan? Okay, before we dive in, let's do birthdays and anniversaries because I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. So, and we got to celebrate these, right? Yes. Okay, awesome. So birthdays for the week. John Patterson is celebrating a birthday. Well, celebrated yesterday, so happy belated, John. Tracy Edgerton is celebrating a birthday today, as well as Keelan McNeil. Happy birthday, you guys. And Phuc Tran is also celebrating a birthday today. Today, the 7th. Joshua Winkle celebrating a birthday tomorrow, Wednesday. Alexander Ripke celebrating a birthday tomorrow. I've got a whole lot for tomorrow, so hold tight. Here we go. Anthony Bastillo also celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Indonesia Buchanan celebrating a birthday tomorrow as well. Curtis Franklin also celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Curtis. Russell Greer, happy birthday. Tomorrow celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Christopher Maitland also celebrating a birthday tomorrow. And for the 9th, Otis Makota celebrating a birthday Thursday. I had to think about that for a second. Shannon Clements also celebrating a birthday on Thursday. And Rick Hensley, happy birthday, Rick. You as well. Chad Lee celebrating a birthday on the 10th. Donald Campbell also celebrating a birthday on Friday the 10th. Matthew Trusty celebrating on the 11th, Saturday. And Ronald Morrow also celebrating a birthday on the 11th, on Saturday. And Alyssa Martin celebrating on Sunday for her birthday. Happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Tim, hey, Tim, how you doing? Good. Katie's here. Good deal. And now, anniversaries. Like I said, I'm getting these in. I know we don't usually do them on our YouTube live, but make sure we do our shout outs for the week, right? For birthdays and anniversaries. Aaron Lennon celebrated an anniversary yesterday, 17 years here at Decker. So congratulations, Aaron. Bart Ratner celebrating his 4th anniversary. Congratulations, Bart. Kimberly Hannes, Mark Hoffman, and Amy Johnson all celebrating their anniversary this week, or today actually, all today. And Nicholas Burnt celebrating his 2nd anniversary today. Tanya Gibson celebrating her 6 years here at Decker. Tanya, I see that and I throw it off. Tanya, yep. Paul Ayer celebrating an anniversary on the 9th. Thursday. I had to double check. Stephen Goff also celebrating his anniversary. And Samuel Kawaii. Samuel also celebrating an anniversary on Thursday. James Patton celebrating 12 years on Saturday or on Thursday. What day? Thursday. Yes, Mr. Dale Decker celebrating his 22nd anniversary here at Decker. Greg File celebrating his 4 years here at Decker. Dave's one of the, Greg's one of the mechanics here. And Martin Cody celebrating 13 years driving here for Decker. Congratulations, Martin. It's another big one. So happy anniversary, happy birthday to all those celebrating this week. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you all the time. Definitely want to make sure we're celebrating today, right? All right. So I wanted to go over some of the benefits as well, because benefits have been kind of a question that have come up here and there. And so I figured we'll go through it, answer any questions. First of all, when you come aboard to Decker, you'll be given a benefits package, kind of going through some of those details. You'll also be getting a call from Cisco going through some of the ones that you may have already requested, like your health insurance. Maybe you wanted additional life or accidental death, maybe critical illness or short-term disability. I mean, there's a lot that you can get. So we're just, like I said, we're just going to kind of go over some of those. Interrupt me at any time, you guys. Like I said before, if you have questions and you want answers, then put your questions in the chat so that I can answer them. Katie's watching it as well, so make sure that we're not missing anything. And then, of course, if you are asking on a specific position, put your zip code, put your experience. We'll go down to the nitty gritty and make sure that we're answering all of those all together for you. Okay, so for the benefits, if you're brand new to Decker and you're kind of learning the ropes and some of the benefits and when they kick in on your 61st day of employment. So for medical, dental, vision, prescription, 61 days of employment. Now your 401k, so some of the other, you've got the other sector of benefits for you. That one starts after the first of the month following your 60 days. So if you're, depending on what time of the month you're starting, that's going to affect when your 401k kicks in. But it's a 50% match, 50% match for the 401k. Right. And you're totally vested at 6 years. So it goes into installments, or not installments, but like levels of investment. Okay, so for the benefits, if you're brand new to Decker, like I said, it's the 61st day of employment for medical, dental, vision, prescription, all that good stuff. And if you're wondering about some of the specifics of the benefits, we do have a benefits guide that is really helpful. But when you first start, you'll have that phone conversation with a Cisco representative to make sure that they're signing you up or you've signed up for exactly what you want. And they're just kind of checking the boxes to double check to make sure that they're giving you a quote of how much it's going to cost on a weekly basis, as well as when everything's kicking in and beneficiary information. I mean, it's all of that kind of stuff, making sure that we're really covering all the details so that you don't have to worry about it later on. So you kind of get ahead of that before your insurance starts. If you're not brand new to Decker, or maybe you're new and already have it set up, you can log into your benefits dashboard. I'm trying to figure out what to call it. But you can log into this and your account. It's employeenavigator.com/benefits/account/login. And you'll be able to get into that. But if you have questions on how to do that, you know what I'll do is I'll probably just put a reminder in our Facebook group so that you've got access to it. Since again, it's been a lot of our current drivers who've been asking, here and there, just things have coming up, and the beginning of the year, people are starting to get the details on their insurance. Although the open enrollment is usually at the tail end of the year. So for those people. Tim says, do you offer brain transplants? Not that I'm aware of. I might have invested in that had we, but there is the Regenix. Does that work? All right, I might be talking out of place on that one. No, the Regenix is new this year. That is, to the best of my knowledge, and granted, there's a whole lot more to it, I'm sure, but the Regenix, it's now part of our health plan, but it uses your body's natural agents, and it replaces it can help to replace the need for up to 70% of some of those elective orthopedic surgeries. And so, like conditions like collapsing or bulging, herniated discs in your back. I'm like going like this with my back, like you can see it. Shoulder pain, rotator cuff, that's a big one. If arthritis, knee issues, meniscus tear. I had a surgery last year with, what year is it? No, in 21, I had a meniscus tear, and I had to have surgery where the Regenix might have been an issue, or might have been not an issue, but might have been a solution for me at the time. I don't know, we didn't have it, didn't look into it. But we now have it. So if you have issues with your spine, your hip, your wrists, your elbows, ankles, feet, things like that, things, appendages, then look into it. It might be a solution for you. It might help you out, but it's brand new. I can't go into a whole lot of detail because it is definitely new to me, but you guys can check that out at Regenexx Benefits. I wonder if I can, let me see if I can get you a link here. Oh, Katie put the link to, thank you, Katie, to the benefits, and then that's to the Regenexx as well. So now we've got the link to the Regenexx too, which will hopefully answer some of the questions. But I don't think it will replace the brain. Okay, obviously some sarcasm there, but I had to get back with Tim on that one. Also new this year, we do have the zero cost insurance. So it's $0 generics is let me rephrase the name of it. It's actually $0 generics. And I do know that there's some brand names that the medications are also available through ControlX International. That's what it's called, is ControlX. I call it Zero Generics. But all generic medications are at $0 cost to any plan participants and at all pharmacies except for CVS and Walgreens. So CVS and Walgreens are the exception, but other, if you go to like a Walmart or an Albertsons pharmacy, some of those local pharmacies, they're all inclusive. So it's just Walgreens and CVS that are not included in that zero generic. And don't forget, you guys, that we do have some of those mail order prescription options for you. So when you're going to be out on the road and you need a 60, 90 day pack, then can't think of words, then they are available to you. You just need to go ahead and get a hold of the doctor. You can get a hold of for the prescription. We do have the teledoc service for the Humana as well to get some of those prescriptions. So you don't have to go in all the time. If you have a regular prescription that you're using, you can use that teledoc service. So absolutely. Now for some of the name brand medications, for some of those maintenance medications, and I don't have all of them, I want to throw a couple names out, but I'm not sure exactly if yours will be on it. The best thing to do is to visit the ControlX International website. It's controlxinternational.com, and you'll be able to see if the drug or the prescription that you're on falls into that brand name maintenance, so $0 cost. Otherwise, like I said, all of the zero generics, or all of the generics, are $0. And then there's some $0 specialties as well. There aren't as many, obviously, but you can figure that out on whether or not your prescription lies in that column. If it's Navicare RX, so Navicare RX, we have basically, if you get a hold of one of the patient coordinators, you'll be able to access that. So that's another new benefit that we have here at Decker as well. The telehealth that I was talking about, that is Blue Cross Blue Shield. They can help with all kinds of things. I mean, we had calling in for like the cold and flu, sore throats, headaches, also with mental health. And now I know there's May is a big mental health awareness month. We usually talk quite a bit about it there, and usually around August as well. But just keep in mind that it's a topic, and it's important year-round, and you don't need to be afraid to discuss it with anybody here at the telehealth. We also have a life balance with our Humana that you'll be able to speak to somebody on the phone there. There's counselors available as well. But back to the Doctor on Demand, which is our telehealth service that we offer through Blue Cross Blue Shield. Again, it's Doctor on Demand, and you can get the app on your phone or on your tablet. I'm like reaching for both. Neither one of them are in arm's length for me. They can help with if you've got a fever, bronchitis, sinus infections, allergies. 'Tis the season, right? It's the flu bugs going around again. All of those can be helped out right there. And Wellmark, that's another really helpful site for you guys to check out. Wellmark is, if you go to mywellmark.com, you can get more information on more of a personalized plan with the Be Well 24/7, the identification or the identity protection service that's available. There's a cost care estimator. So if you've got a surgery that's coming up and you need to, you have to get the surgery, you're trying to figure out your funds, how expensive it's going to be, how you're going to pay it off, things like that. That cost care estimator will help you with there. And then the Blue 365 deals encompasses a lot of different out of pocket details. So it will cover, like, not cover, but like give discounts with gym memberships and help with healthy eating. There's not only like coupons and savings, but there's also within that site, there's also a lot of articles that are helpful, a lot of links and additional resources, fitness gears. There's items for sale there as well that can help you, in the long run. So if you've been prescribed something from a doctor, whether it be to, additional workouts, walking more, healthier living, that's a lot of that can be accessed through the Blue 365, and it's a healthy living vendors website. Basically, that's all encompassed is what it has. But it'll help, gives discounts to a lot of the members. And then, of course, additional Wellmark services. I talked about having the app on your phone. That's an option. Navigating some of the locations, the care locations that are available if you do need to go in and see a doctor. And of course, reporting with claims and the paperwork process can get to be a mess, and we all know that. So that they help with that as well. Okay, condition management. So I know we're talking about some of the newer things and some of the maybe the things that you're less likely to use, but talking dental vision, prescription, and even the medical, we can dive into that too. So the dental is Delta Dental, and that one is, you've got an in-network and you've got an out-of-network. So you'll want to find out if your primary care provider is in-network or out-of-network. Either one, they do have a max of $1,000 coverage for the year, but the deductible will be different. It'll either be a $25 deductible if it's in network or $50 if it's out of network. But then you've got additional benefits, and the benefits categories will be based off of whether it's in network or out of network. For example, if you had, my husband just got gum surgery, so the periodontal. So those, what the coverage is on that, you're looking at like 50% for in network and stuff like that. So high cost restoration there's a lot in there. So if you're wondering specifically, we can get you the guide, or you can go ahead and call for details. Now, the price of the insurance for a driver, one of our employees here at Decker, it's $5 a week for that. Now, for you and a spouse, you're looking at $10 a week. So the driver and children, that's $11 a week. And for the whole family, it's $16 a week. So we've got different levels. So you're not paying a family plan if it's just you that's covered, that you wanted covered. You're not paying all of that, and then vice versa. So then we've got a vision. That one is an exam every 12 months is included into that. You've got lenses every 12 months, a single option. Their copay is only like $15. And then you've got new and improved lens benefits. So they're going to do like the blue light, scratch resistant, UV protection. I know it makes a big difference for me when I'm getting my glasses for when I'm driving at night. That's when I notice it the most, is if I went cheap versus if I'm going for quality. And it's the new and improved lens part, the polycarbonate lenses, the anti-reflective enhancement, the tint enhancement, the scratch. Scratch, by the way, is probably the biggest one to me on like a day-to-day basis when I'm night driving. obviously the anti-reflective is a big one for me. UV protection, those are all covered in full after your lens copay, which the lens copay, like I said, it's $15, and that's every 12 months that you can get lenses. And then there's additional levels depending on if you have progressives and polarized and all of that stuff. Your frames are covered every 2 years, and then your contact lenses are annually as well, or $130 goes towards it annually. Mike, hey, don't eat the basic truck stop food. Yeah, well, that might be some of the advice that they give you. Yeah, for the healthy living, right? Excuse me. Mike says $5 per week. Is that just medical or medical, dental, and vision? The $5 a week, that is actually just dental that I was referring to. The vision is $2.50 a week for an employee. So you got $5 a week for dental, $2.50 for vision. But the medical, there's a couple of different plans that you can use depending on where you live. So if you're in Iowa, then you're looking at a lower copay than any of the others because it's Blue Cross Blue Shield of Iowa, so it's a little bit cheaper in Iowa. Otherwise, your your premium is going to be either $55 a week for a non-smoker. I'm giving you non-smoker prices, by the way. $55 or $72, depending on which deductible you use. So you're going for a higher deductible versus a lower deductible. And that's solo. So you're looking at about, for non-tobacco users, about $55 a week. About $62.50 a week for medical, dental, and vision. Excuse me. If you are a tobacco user, it is roughly about $20 more per week. Yep, right around there. Mike says, I think I would opt out of dental. And yeah, the dental, well, it just depends on, where your concerns lie. Like if you have issues with your teeth or something, the coverage is pretty decent. Dental insurance is, I've looked at a lot of different dental insurances, and they're pretty similar throughout, I think. But yeah, if you have questions, we can get you our guide to walk through and see what all is covered and at what levels and that kind of thing. Mike says, I got my first prescription glass about 2 years ago. Polycarbonate glass should have been better. Yeah, I went cheap 1 year, and my glasses, and I really liked the frames, and I can't get the frames anymore. But they're lightweight, and because I can't get the frames anymore, I'm kind of bummed. But the glasses themselves are so scratched. So then I got another pair, and they're extremely heavy. I don't like to wear glasses, so because they're heavy, and so I don't really wear them a whole lot. It stinks. But yeah, those are things that you'd want to consider, or that you need to know, so that you're taking all costs into consideration. But it's good options there for you. We do have life insurance. We do cover, of course, you can purchase additional life insurance as well, additional short-term, long-term, and coverage. We have flexible benefits available for a lot of you who have either child care or adult care that you're taking care of. That will help offset some of those expenses. So you're not taxed. That amount isn't taxed. I think at least for medical reimbursements, it's a little over $3,000 a year that for the flex spending, and about $5,000. Not about, it is $5,000 for dependent care options. So those are the non-taxable, basically. The flex spending amounts that you can use. Now, the company paid life insurance for accidental death and benefit, that's a $10,000 that Decker pays for all of our employees. So it's $10,000, but it's $5,000. We do cover $5,000 for your spouse, and then we have coverage, a little bit of coverage for dependents as well. But it's $10,000 for you, $5,000 for spouse. Those are usually the questions, usually the ones that people are asking on that. So, Truth says, I'm due for cataract surgery. Oh no, I need 2 dental implants, but my hunch is basic dental does not cover that. Implants, you said. Okay, give me a sec. Let me investigate. Let's see what that coverage is. Implants. Okay. Dental implants, you're right. That is a 50%. So after you reach your deductible, which is $25, after you reach that, then it's 50% for dental implants. Prosthetics, any prosthetics, dentures, bridges, repairs, adjustments, implants. Yep. So good question. Yep, 50% of whatever that is. And I think I'll probably give you a weird quote. I don't know. I was going to say, because I have, I need to get implants as well, and I haven't. That is, I think they quoted me around $3,500, but that's been a while. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, so premiums are payroll deducted from your paycheck, okay, for any supplemental coverages that you choose, and that's why you're going to be getting a phone call from Cisco or from the representative of the insurance companies, so that we can make sure that, because they are deducted, payroll deducted, want to make sure that what you're electing is, you know exactly how much it is. And a lot of it, especially if you're going to add dental insurance, or not dental, well, yes, that too, but especially if you're going to add like short-term, long-term insurance and life insurance, disability, things like that, term insurance, when you're adding those things, that's going to obviously affect how much your premiums are going to be total. And when it's payroll deductible, we want to make sure you're well aware of it. So we'll go through that. You can elect supplemental life insurance. It's $10,000 increments. Again, $10,000 is what Decker pays for you as the employee. Let's see, I think you can also do like 1,000, anywhere from 1,000 to 500,000 for the term insurance, and then spouses can do up to 250,000. Yeah, yep, for life insurance. Children, you can get up to 10,000, and a lot, if you have a life insurance policy anywhere else, a lot of the times you can put that as an add-on as well. At least that's what I've come to realize. What else? Questions. All life insurance and accidental death benefits amounts, they're reduced 50% of the original once you hit the age of 70. So that's pretty common within insurance, in the insurance world. Got my children prescription glasses at Sam's Club, right? Yeah, Sam's Club, Costco, they offer some good discounts too with the gold membership. The second frame was free. Dang, good. They fit me well. So I've got one pair clear and one tinted for sunglasses. Good thinking. You know, there's dang, I was going to try and remember the name of the site. I do order a lot of mine online. I shouldn't say a lot, because it's not like I order glasses very often, but the last 2 pairs I ordered online, and they were a lot less expensive going online. But, you know, it's nice to try on. But now they have those, you take a picture and you can do the virtual try on. So those are kind of handy as well. But there's a lot of different online glass orderings that you can do. Pretty expensive. And I think mine were, I mean, they go up in price for sure, but mine were less than $25. And I've got the glasses, and then I could get the yellow tint on them. And then I also got the blue tint with them and the sunglasses. So there's like 3 little clippables you can put on. They're like magnetic on them. But they were less than $25 for all of that. Mike says, my trucker friend was a smoker. Yeah, his gums were getting bad and went to Mexico and got his teeth pulled in one day. Ah! They got implants, I think, 6 months later. Yeah, that sounds painful. It sounds like black and blue and yellow gums, right? Yeah, painful. Mike says that Walmart still offers the Nikon glass lens. There you go. Okay. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Any other questions on that? With short-term disability insurance, so for those who had questions on that, basically with short-term disability, you can choose the amount, but it's going to be based up to a certain amount of your income on your regular basis. So it's like 60% of your pre-disability weekly income is what would be covered. But it doesn't exceed $1,000 a week. Yep. And it can be benefits can be reduced by other sources of income too. So, premiums are payroll deducted. Yep. There is a 14-day elimination or waiting period for your coverage to begin if you're disabled due to an illness or an injury. Yep, the maximum time for the benefits is 11 weeks, but that is including the elimination or the waiting period. Mm-hmm. So 11 weeks total. I was thinking it was 12, but it's 11. Definition of disabled: if you're unable to perform one or more of the material or duties that you have due to the illness or the injury itself, or you're under a care of a physician and they say so, or you have 20% or more loss that's covered weekly due to the illness of the same illness or injuries or whatever. Mm-hmm. Times treating with his wife, they both a lot of weight eaten. Yeah. Oh, a lot. Yeah. Whole foods, no bread, no carbs. Yep. A lot of meat diets. If you, Mike was saying, some of the ways that they lost some weight. If you are familiar with, Kevin's, I was trying to think of Kevin's, we had him on our YouTube channel a couple months ago. It's Healthy Tribe. There it is, healthytribe.com. I'm looking it up. Healthytribe.com, they offer, there it is, Kevin Rutherford. They offer a lot of advice, not just for truck drivers, but that's their main focus. And he goes into a lot about carnivorian meals, like just eating, not like keto, I guess, but just a lot of meats. So I just put the link for his, but he came on and he's on our TikTok channel as well as YouTube, but he'll go through some of those details. But it's Healthy Tribe. Now, I spoke to him originally about lease purchase and what he has set up for lease purchase businesses, lease purchase individuals, because he was a small fleet owner years ago and was struggling with keeping on track or on top of his finances, like knowing his numbers is where I'm going with that. Like he needed to know his numbers. So he was solving that problem. He created this software. Now that software is used by a lot of big companies, especially used through OOIDA and I'm trying to think, they use the software. He sold it to them. Now he has some other software similar, but that he provides to some of his drivers. But he sold the software to out of Colorado to lease purchase. But anyways, it's available to you. And shout out to Adam Vitas for introducing me to Kevin on that. But it helps you to know your numbers so that you can win in the lease purchase journey that you're having. Now, he is not specifically for lease purchase per se. He has designed this more for owner operators because he's not a fan of lease purchase in most cases. Now, that being said, we do have lease purchase and we've got a pretty darn good lease purchase program. But if you can purchase the truck outright, that is going to be the best way to do it for pretty much most people. And the reason I say the best way is because a financial institution can offer you better rates than a trucking company could for leasing. Now, lease purchase is an option for a lot of people who that is their only way into purchasing a truck. So that's a great opportunity for you. But owner operator, if you're a straight out owner operator, financially you're going to be ahead of the game because you have more choices. But not everybody has that, and so that's where a lease purchase goes in. That being said, the program that he uses helps you to stay on track of your numbers and know where they're at so that you can get ahead, build faster. So what he did is he went from 1 truck to 5 trucks. I mean, he just grew, and I think 80 was the most that he had, and he doesn't drive anymore. But he transitioned from using the software, creating the software for drivers, and getting to know people. I mean, he got it for himself. He created it for himself. That was his business, was driving truck and having his fleet. But then he discovered that there were more serious concerns out there for drivers, and health being the number one, and therefore the Healthy Tribe. I totally got off on a tangent here, but that's where Healthy Tribe came into the picture. Yeah, anyways. Mike says, always felt good, lots of energy on the Atkins or the low carb diet. Not as hungry either. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I remember when Atkins was a thing, but I don't remember even knowing anything about Atkins. Like, I never researched it. Keto, yeah. A trucking company with 6 trucks used software, and he caught Pilot Flying J cheating customers on their fuel rebates. Wow. They had to go back and pay $50 million and had to pay $50 million fine. No way. I did not know that. How long ago was that? And it's a company with 6 trucks that figured that out. That's pretty impressive. Knowing your numbers. See? There you have it. It's how important is it, especially for your success. So that's why we know our numbers on our insurance as well. Like how I, wrap that in. All right. Long-term disability, you've got that as well. If you choose long-term. Now, the difference between obviously long-term and short-term is the short-term lasts, 11 weeks total, and long-term, of course, obviously lasts longer. It replaces a portion of your paycheck if you cannot work due to a longer lasting injury or illness. And it'll pay up to 60% of your pre-disability income, a max of $5,000 a month, where the short term was $1,000 per week max. This is $1,000 or $5,000 per month max on that one. They'll start at 90 days. So the end of your Social Security or your short-term disability benefits would be 11 weeks. And then your long-term start at 90 days. Yep. How long? I was trying to think of. The max of the duration. So if your disability occurs before your 67th birthday, the benefits will be considered Social Security or your normal retirement. So it could, the duration can change. So if you're 67 or less, it's a 2-year. So your long-term disability is going to be 2-year coverage. If you're between 67 and 68, then it'll go up to the age of 70. If you're 69 or older, it's just 12 months. But not, so if you're 68, it'll go up to the age of 70. Like I said, 2 years. It just won't go beyond that. Where it will, or it won't go beyond 70, and it won't go less than a year. But So it's really until your 70th birthday when you're 68. And then when you're 70, it's just 12 months. Or when you're 69, it's just 12 months. Yep. I lost my chat. Where'd it go? Okay. Also an account. Oh, yeah. Tennessee on April 15th. Wow. In Tennessee, huh? That is crazy. Crazy, crazy. I don't really remember that. Vaguely sounds familiar, but I don't remember it. The insurances that we have in short term, long term, you can do the critical illness all through Aflac. So Aflac is now our partner coverage. Hospital indemnity clause, for the Aflac group insurance, that's available as well. That's new. That's another thing that's new this year. I forgot about that. It'll pay out $50 annual wellness credit for enrolled employees, for an eligible spouse, for eligible children. You don't need to take action unless you're adding a dependent or something like that. But that's having Aflac for the accidental plan summary. Accidental plan indemnity. That's the $50 annual wellness credit. It's new. I have that as well. And then, like I said before, we talked a little bit about the EAP program, the Employee Assistance Program. And this one we bring up a lot, especially around May, because it is mental health awareness, and we don't want people to overlook the importance of taking care of yourself completely, not only your health, but your mental health, as well as your physical health. So with the EAP program through Humana, right? I always forget. Yeah. LifeWorks. Yep. LifeWorks Humana. So that is, they'll help you with retirement. They'll help with getting through navigating parenting, or maybe a loss, or going through a divorce, grieving a loved one, quitting smoking. I mean, they help in so many everyday life events to help you out. So if you need information, you go to lifeworks.com to log in, and we can get you that as well. You have a lot of knowledge in your brain? I have a lot of cheat sheets is what I have. But yes, a lot of that embeds you. It's just remembering what's new and what used to be, right? As you upgrade insurance. Thank goodness for Andrea that she sends me updates as they come along. Right? No doubt. But cheat sheets, yes. And those she provides me. All right. Excellent. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the positions as well. So we talked a little bit about the benefits. And again, if you guys have any questions whatsoever about the benefits, get a hold of one of the recruiters. I keep this number rolling up here. One, because I like it. I like the way it looks. But mostly because if you need to get a hold of one of the recruiters, you can reach them at 888-668-0698. I want you to be able to find the number. So you can also apply online at drivedecker.com. But if you call, you talk to a recruiter, you get the details ahead of time, know that what the job entails, know what the benefits are, know a little bit about the equipment. Speaking of equipment, most of our trucks are 579 Peterbilts. We have some Volvos, 860s, 780s, 760s, and we have a few Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions as well. So we've got a combination of trucks. They're pretty much all automatic. I know there are some that are manual, but the majority are automatics because that's just what is out there for the most part anymore. The ones that are manuals here at Decker have been going to our veteran drivers, and they've kind of spec'd out the trucks. So it's like 15 plus years here at Decker, and they've got to spec them out a little bit. Just ask Steve Alger. He just he got a new one as well. Chad has one. We've got several, but they're beautiful, beautiful trucks. Tom, right? And those are mostly the Peterbilts that we have that have those, and you can check out pictures and videos on our YouTube channel here with what the trucks entail. They're pretty sweet. But they have APUs and inverters, refrigerators, bunk heaters, microwaves. They have microwaves in them. They're double bunk trucks. They do have televisions, the Epic View satellite TV as well, which is 100 plus channels, HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, Sunday Ticket. You can get local on there. They are smart TVs, so you can stream, like hook them up to your Netflix account or whatever. You can, if you play video games, you can hook that up. We do have free Wi-Fi in the truck as well. And we have the tablet, which is the TransFlow GeoTab unit in the truck. So that's where your hours of service, your e-logs, your paperwork, that's how you get your paperwork in. You take a picture, goes to payroll department. So there's that. Communication back and forth to your driver manager, your load information. Yeah, it's a pretty big resource. Katie has filled it full, the dashboard full of resources as well, with links to some of our videos, our how-to, our tutorials, tips, tricks, the ones that the maintenance put together for us, and we're like, thank goodness for the maintenance team. And then those that are put together for tarping and securement. Tanner's done a lot of those, so shout out to Tanner on that. And Katie, of course, for helping along with those. And yeah. Lisa says she made me get life insurance. Yes, I bet she did. It's coming back in her pocket. Just kidding. Mike says the IRS SWAT team raided. Wow. Oh, in 2013. No wonder it doesn't sound so familiar. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep. But they're still in business, right? Things have gotten cleared up, though, I believe, because we get some pretty decent discounts from them. Yeah. I think that was in 2018 that we got the additional. Oh, and then when the pandemic came around, those went up a lot. Those rebates, benefits went up quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point. Anyways, the trucks are really well equipped. They're newer model. Average age is about 18 months. So we're getting new ones, and we'll be getting new ones again. I don't have details on when the new ones are coming. Usually I get that around March, so I should be getting that soon. A lot of times they come in April, May, and then in August, just coming along. I should probably reach out to Lisa and Mal and find out the details on that. So we'll get that. Of course not. Not at all. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want that. How crazy. You'd think they'd get it cleared up, huh? Yeah. So anyways, there's quite a bit that come in the truck. They are newer model. Our trailers average about 5 years. For our trailers as well, we're good about the maintenance. Speaking of maintenance, we talked about the locations of the truck, or where you're parking the trailer and stuff. So if you haven't seen these maps in your TransFlow app, or if you don't have access to them, they are in the Facebook group as well. But these will show you where to park, at what location, what terminal, and so because we've got loaded trailer parking, we've got truck parking, we've got empty trailer, we've got trailers that need to go into maintenance. That's where I started with all this, by the way. But so that we can stay up on the maintenance and making sure that the equipment that you're picking up is in good shape, it's been inspected, and it's ready to go, for safe. By the way, if you see something that's wrong with the equipment, please make sure that you note that and provide that information to the shop, because they are doing the inspection and everything. But sometimes there are things that you're inspecting or some things that you might not inspect on a regular basis, and that might be the issue. So please make sure that you just make them aware so they can find it, they can take care of it, and of course continue to inspect the rest of it. So, Driver of the Year announcement. It's so close, Lisa. We are waiting just on the final information. That is coming. The announcement is coming very, very, very soon. How very, I can't tell you because I don't know. But it's so close. like any day, any moment. And then the grand champion will be announced on the 21st. So on the 21st of March, which is Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday evening. So look forward to that. That should be fun. Those are always cool. And always a big deal because we do the Million Milers, we do the Grand Champion, which is, the big check. It's cool. And then, of course, we highlight all the drivers of the year for each division. And that's what we're waiting for the announcement. So drum roll as we're waiting. I mean, we're like right on the edge of our seat. Like seriously. It's so close. But we'll be announcing that here any day. And then once we announce that, we'll be working on getting those individuals to the Driver of the Year ceremony, which will be on the 21st of March, just in a couple of weeks. It is crazy. Yeah, crazy. You got 2 weeks. Today's the 7th, right? Yeah, 2 weeks away. Holy smoly. And that'll be a big to-do. And just acknowledging a lot of our professional drivers. Yep, who've earned the Million Mile, the Driver of the Month, the Driver of the Year, some of them have gotten the Highway Hero Awards, and some of them have gotten awards for the TCA Truck Driving Championships. I mean, there's a lot to recognize in that amount of time. And, just in case you didn't know how big of a deal it is, we have been awarded for 2 years in a row not 2 years for the 2023, but we've been the top 20 best fleets to drive 2 years in a row. So, woohoo! 22 and 23. So, round of applause. Pretty big deal. Yesterday, there was, if you guys got to see it, yesterday they went live. They went live twice at the TCA Best Fleets to Drive For with announcing the top fleets. So, congratulations to the top winners. But, we are on the top 20 fleets. Pretty exciting. Pretty cool. So yes, okay. So there is that for the next couple of days. I believe tomorrow is International Women's Day tomorrow? Yeah? Yep, International Women's Day tomorrow. We have finally, I know you guys are excited. We had a podcast go out yesterday. If you have not listened to it, please go and listen to it. Pretty exciting. We were able to have David Nastor meet with, actually it was David and Elaine. Elaine Schlick was in there. And of course, Katie and Darren were in the podcast room. And they got Todd Overson, driver grand champion last year, on the phone. And they were just visiting a little bit about what it takes to get to the grand champion and what the orientation process and the training process was like for David. So it's pretty cool insight on the Decker training program and the process, I should say, as well as, especially from someone coming brand new into the industry and kind of a lifelong dream of his to get into the trucking industry. And then he made it, and things have gone really well for them since he's been here. So it's pretty cool to hear his story. I appreciate those who were involved in putting that together so that we could hear it. And of course, Todd and David and Elaine and Darren and Katie for putting it all together. So I appreciate that. But I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for that podcast, and we got it. So very cool. Make sure you go and listen to it. There is a link in your What's Happening Inside the Triangle newsletter that went out yesterday. Also, you can access it through, I think Google Podcasts, Spotify, a lot of different podcast, locations. So, and then we as in Decker Truckline were given an Outstanding Pacesetter Company Award from the United Way campaign last week, Thursday. So Katie and Tammy, they accepted the award on behalf of Decker for the United Outstanding Pacesetter Award and at the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance. It's an annual dinner, so it looked like they had a good time. Very cool. Got to enjoy it. And just awards all around. I mean, they're everywhere. We like it. We like it. Katie says, are you listening to the podcast? Search for Inside the Triangle. See? There you go. There you go. Also, speaking of being prepared and what you're looking for, this weekend is Daylight Savings, right? The 12th? Sunday. Daylight Savings, be aware. If you're not ready, be ready. Spring forward, so you want to make sure that you get a little bit extra sleep. Still want your 10, right? Get your 10. You guys are like, yeah, like I get 10. But at least you're in sleeper 10. All right, well, I have taken up enough of you guys' time. As always, if you have more questions and you want to talk to a recruiter, you know how to get a hold of them. Just call them at 888-668-0698. You can apply online at drivedecker.com. You can also reach out to us through Messenger, and we'll be answering questions that way. Yeah, there's all kinds of ways to get a hold of us. Just let us know if you have questions, and we'll take good care of you. You guys have an awesome rest of your day. We will see you very soon.